Set a year after the events of Season 1, Stranger Things 2 picks up with Hawkins trying to return to normal. But Will Byers, back from the Upside Down, is experiencing terrifying visions and blackouts, hinting at a much larger and darker threat: the Mind Flayer, an enormous psychic entity that wants to take over the real world. Where Season 1 was an intimate, small-town mystery, Season 2 expands the universe, diving deeper into the lore of the Upside Down. The tone shifts slightly to feel more like a creature feature mixed with Cold War paranoia. Themes of trauma, identity, and personal growth are woven throughout. Will suffers from PTSD, Eleven searches for her roots, and Hopper tries to be a father figure. The pacing is solid, though the story gets a little crowded with new characters and side plots. Still, it holds emotional weight and builds suspense across its 9 episodes. Season 2 deepens its characters, rather than rehashing arcs. Will Byers, Noah Schnapp, finally gets the spotlight, delivering a brilliant, terrifying, and emotionally raw performance as a boy being psychically invaded by the Mind Flayer. 11. Millie Bobby Brown embarks on a solo journey to understand her past, meeting another powered individual in a controversial episode, The Lost Sister. While the episode is divisive, it shows Eleven struggling with identity and autonomy. Mike, Finn Wolfhard, feels a bit sidelined this season, but maintains emotional resonance in his connection to Eleven. Hopper, David Harbour, shines as he balances gruff law enforcement with heartfelt parenting. Steve Harrington, Joe Keery, undergoes a major transformation from jerky boyfriend to mom of the year, forming an unexpected but heartwarming bond with Dustin. Newcomers like Max, Sadie Sink, and her volatile brother Billy, Dacre Montgomery, bring fresh energy. Max integrates well, but Billy, while charismatic, feels more like a narrative placeholder this season. Each actor continues to own their role with sincerity and charisma. Season 2 ups the ante. The Mind Flayer becomes a terrifying Lovecraftian presence that manipulates Will from the inside. The Demodogs, feral offspring of the Demogorgon, offer more visceral scares and increase the body count. The horror is more intense, but still age-appropriate, relying on atmosphere, suspense, and body horror rather than gore. The stakes feel global, but the show wisely stays grounded in personal drama. On the sci-fi front, the show adds layers to Hawkins' lab and teases a wider world of government experimentation. However, the expansion sometimes feels clunky, especially in the standalone Lost Sister episode, which slows momentum and divides fans. Visually, the series leans into darker, bolder tones. The upside-down sequences are creepier than ever, and the soundtrack again uses synths to great emotional and suspenseful effect. Critics and fans generally embraced Season 2, though it wasn't quite as universally praised as Season 1. Most loved the character development, deeper mythology, and stronger horror elements. However, the consensus was that it was slightly bloated and less tightly written, especially with the controversial digression of Episode 7. Still, iconic moments, like Steve fighting Demodogs with a bat, Eleven returning for the epic finale, and Will's exorcism scene, cemented the season's place in pop culture. It maintained high production value and emotional payoff while expanding its world-building. It also proved the show wasn't just a one-season wonder. It had narrative longevity and could grow with its characters. Final verdict. Pros. Strong emotional arcs. Will, Eleven, Steve. Excellent acting, especially from Schnapp and Harbour. Bigger horror, sci-fi scale. New mythology, improved visual effects, and creature design. Cons. The Lost Sister episode breaks the flow. Some pacing issues and underused characters. Billy's subplot feels thin in this season. Overall, Stranger Things 2 is a darker, more ambitious sequel that mostly delivers. It's less focused than Season 1, but rewards viewers with deeper lore, character growth, and thrilling set pieces. It lays solid groundwork for the evolving world of Hawkins and beyond. Series rating: 8.8 out of 10.